I think it's about time we have this hard conversation around financial literacy as it relates to income versus spending. So let me say hypothetical. Let's say that the average cost of living is $7,000 a month. I'm just throwing that number out there randomly, but let's go with that. And we have three people. Person A makes $5,000, first person B makes $7,000, and person C makes $10,000. Now, assuming the cost of living stays the same, which in today's day and age, we know inflation is kicking tail, but let's assume it stays at $7,000. Person A, who makes $5,000, no matter how well they budget, control their spending, etc., cannot make $2,000 come out of thin air to reach the cost of living. And so we talk about helping those people improve their financial situation. That's an income conversation, period. Person B, who makes $7,000, similarly, no matter how much they budget and focus on proper spending, etc., the best they can do is break even. So once again, we have an income conversation. Maybe they can cut some things to give them some wiggle room, which there's going to be a chance to do that. But like, again, they're breaking even. $7,000 to $7,000 cost of living, that's what it is. For my people who make $10,000 though, if you find yourself, assuming that your cost was $7,000, struggling, okay, boo-boo, that's a spending problem. Because you have $3,000 in theory here, up for grabs that can be used to push your financial goals further, to have breathing room, etc. So if you're living paycheck to paycheck, that's on you. The reason why I lay that out so plainly is because we live in a time where we're like not trying to take accountability for certain things. You need to assess what is that cost of living versus your income and figure out, even the person's just not making enough, and then we got to figure out how to fill in the gaps on income. Are you somebody who's like 1-to-1? In which case, yes, maybe you need to tighten up a little bit so you can breathe, but also at the same time, figure out some way to bring in some more money. Or are you person C, who is making more than what the heck their expenses typically should be costing, and you're not being freaking responsible? Which goes back to the other video that I said before about recognizing that it's okay to want a whole bunch of things and all that good stuff. Take all the trips, like live your best life, but recognize the season that you're in, that you might have to do some sacrifices in the beginning to set a financial foundation so you can afford to do those things without it putting you in a bad position. And sadly, a lot of us try to act like we're person C, where it's like, oh, no, I'm a 1-to-1, but things are really tough now. Or even person A, like, oh, no, I'm not making enough to afford da-da-da-da. No, we need to be freaking for real and like look at our situation, because a lot of us are probably person C. This is not for everybody, but for some people,